Hello friends, I'm Jerry Lynn Clifford, the Hill Country Bon Vivant, and I thought I'd take you along with me today while I redo my table for spring. Yay, spring! So I had, after Christmas, I did a kind of a winter feeling on the table with a chunky runner. And for spring and summer, I'd like to have a linen runner. So let me show you what I'm doing so far. So first off, I took everything off that I had before and I clean with the beeswax, okay? I will, oops, backwards. I'll link this in the comments below. What to say about beeswax. So I get it off of Amazon and I get it in a 3-pack. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little on the more expensive side, but this does everything. It cleans my marble, it cleans my wood, it cleans my glass, it cleans my stainless steel. So instead of having 3 or 4 cleaners, I just use this. So this is a really great way to set the foundation for your table. So I took everything off, scrubbed it with, or not scrubbed it, you know what I'm saying, wiped it down with this. And then I put this runner out. I got this runner at Farmhouse in Fredericksburg. And they have a lot of French style things. And so this is a French linen table runner. I also got this old Provence box and I thought that that inspired me a little bit to do a little provincial style, shall we say, spring table styling. So I know I'm going to put this lavender in here. This is really important to me to have lavender. So this lavender itself, hello, was not grown in the hill country, but lavender does grow here. So I want to highlight this a little bit. So that is going to go in the box. I thought I would line it a little bit with a cream colored napkin that has a black window pane pattern on it. And this is from my friend Jacqueline James collection. And it complements what I already have going on here. I'm just gonna kind of throw it in here, a little free-for-all. And then I'm going to lay the lavender just kind of resting here in the box. And I always like to do flowers, most things, honestly, in 3s. My mom's a florist, and she always taught me about the rule of odd numbers for flowers. And so I'm just gonna set that one kind of in the middle. Now, some of the other things I want to include here, I have candlesticks. I want my salt and pepper shakers here. I have some robin's eggs that I've had for a couple years that I got at a little store in Fredericksburg. So I also have some of these terracotta pots. And I'm thinking like, you know, it's time to start planting things, and this is where my mind is going, so bear with me. I have this rugged pot. I forget where I even got this. I'm pretty sure I got this at House Wren in Fredericksburg, I believe. And so I'm gonna put that over here in the back of the box, just where it fits there. And I got some of these fake pussy willows. They look pretty real. You want, if you're going to get fake flowers or faux flowers, as we say, you want them to look real. So some of the cheaper ones look like they're cheaper ones, but these pussy willows are pretty realistic. They have some nice texture on them. So I'm just gonna put one stem, and I'm gonna have it leaning the opposite direction of the lavender, okay? Now, what to do with, let's see, we'll put some candlesticks in there. Now, I usually don't burn candlesticks, so that's not a concern. I like to put them in the middle for the most part, and I like varying heights. So we're gonna have the 2 candlesticks there in the middle. I might just leave these salt and pepper shakers on the outside. And then I found these in clearance, or actually I think I might have gotten these at House Wren also. I take that back, these were not in clearance. Last year at the end of the season. And so I want to put these in there. I don't know if you can tell. They just have a lot of really cool texture. So I'd like to incorporate those a little bit. Maybe we'll place one here. And again, odd numbers. I have 3. And maybe place one here. And maybe in the corner over here. Okay. And then we have these little terracotta pots. So I have 3 in this size, and I have 4 in this size. And then I also have these silk cabbages. And I love the little pop of purple and white, so I might leave those out here. Now on the outside of arrangements, so my rule for odds are in arrangements. Outside of arrangements, I really like to have the symmetry of 2 and 2. That might make me a little neurotic, who knows? But, so we're gonna put one on each side. And then maybe put one of these pots, a couple of these pots here, and actually maybe raise one up. Let's see what this looks like. You're working with me through my thought process here. And put some of these little eggs in there. Now they're real fragile, so I have to be careful. They are not real eggs. They are fragile. But inside, look at these, you guys. They have little polka dots on the feathers. Aren't they adorable? But inside is some of this. So I'm gonna use some of this material inside the pot to give another layer of texture. I'm all about texture in my stylings. And I think I'm gonna leave those feathers in there. They're fun with the black and the white or the cream here. So put a couple of eggs there. And because it's in this vignette, I think I'm gonna try to get a third one in there. Let's see if I can get it to stay. Yeah, I got it to stay. I'm pretty excited about that. So I might pull it out just a little bit so it's not totally in the corner. And then maybe put some of this moss. Now you can get this moss on Amazon. This particular moss I bought at the farmhouse in Fredericksburg, but I love a little moss around the bottom of this. I use this moss a lot in my stylings. As long as you're not moving it around a lot, you can get this all cleaned up. Put another little feather in there. So there, I think that's it. I might take a couple of these pots, maybe put them on their side. Maybe throw a little more of the fuzz in there along with the feather, and have one of the eggs coming out, popping out. Because you know, robin's eggs are always in clay pots. But just for a little something. And whoop, pops out. So, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. So that is just my vignette. And then when I go to set the table, I will possibly use some of these eggs in the place setting. I have some light green and white striped napkins I'm gonna look at and see what they look like with this. But I think that's about it. I'm pretty happy. I hope you have a wonderful day and you get ready for spring in your home. Enjoy. Be well.